Hello, and today I'm going to be showing you how to do manicures for men, professionals, businessmen, that sort of thing. Today you're going to need a cuticle pusher, a nail clipper, a nail file, 180, and a nail buffer, cuticle oil, nail varnish remover, any kind will do, nail fresh or prep and wipe, of course a nail brush, UV thin clear gel, and an LED UV lamp, and cotton buds. So first I'm going to start with a cotton bud with nail varnish on, and I'm just going to take off any nail varnish on my client's hands, or if you're doing it at home, just squeak the nail bed from the laluna to the apex, and so that's from the bottom to the top in all three zones, and in layman's terms, the whole nail, and that will just take off any nail varnish. And then if your client doesn't wear nail varnish, it just makes a clean surface for you to work, with. Okay, so once you've done this, take the cuticle pusher and have it facing towards your client, and a first finger to use it could be your thumb. So if you have it facing towards the client, and then the best way to show you is like this, and then push the nail bed back, the nail cuticle back, and this helps keep the nail even, along with creating a much larger surface to work on. The nail pusher, cuticle pusher, can also help you if you're doing a consultation, to pick up on any trauma on the nail, or for you to simply look before starting the manicure. So there we already have much more of the nail to use, and sometimes I just like to go like underneath the thumb or finger nail. That way you have a much more so from before, although that doesn't look like a lot, I now have much more to work with than I did 2-3 minutes ago. And then I'm going to do the same on the 4 fingers that I have left. And don't be worried about catching your client with the cuticle pusher, and if it does hurt, I think someone would tell you, and also doing this can help find any hangnails that you can easily take off with either a pair of nail scissors or with like those little clippers that you have that you can get from the shop. And they just take off any hangnails. Anything like it doesn't look like it should be on the nail. Then once you've done this, you take the buffer. I have a Star nail by United Beauty buffer, and you go across the surface of the nail in one direction, so there's no seesaw motion at all. Can you see that it goes in one direction? Sometimes it might actually, if I do it from this angle, you might be able to see. It just goes across the nail in one direction. And so doing this in one motion is a good starting point for the manicure. A good thing that you can use next is the cuticle oil. And cuticle oil will help give back moisture into the nail from any previous manicures, any previous treatments. So just take a little bit of cuticle oil and simply rub onto the nail. I would take a new cotton bud with the cuticle nail on the cuticle oil on the nails, and just simply rub in like a circular motion into the nail. And now you're ready to start. So a normal nail clipper that you can buy in a shop, and then just simply clip away any long nail. So I'm going to take maybe my index finger, because it doesn't need to be, and then maybe the fourth one. I don't need to have if you can see, yeah, just simply take off that end, and then with a nail file, oh, you can tell it's been used. With a nail file, just take off that edge that you've just created with the nail clipper and round it. So as you go around your index finger, just go like around the index finger with the nail file. So it goes like that. If I can show it this way, like up, and you follow the nail along the finger. This will also help stop any hangnails that you have. So if you clip your nails but then don't file them, that you might find that you get a lot of hangnails or breakages. So it's always best to file a nail after you clip. You know, whether you're a man or a woman, like just to take that extra few seconds after you clip your nails, just to sand them down or file them down. All my nails should now be squared off, if not rounded, so it's up to you how you want to. The way to explain it is I like the last few nails to be squared, and then the index and the thumb look way more natural rounded. I don't know why. Maybe they're used more, but the thumb fits the thumb looks better rounded. If you have extremely long nails, whether it's a manicure or a pedicure, I wouldn't recommend. If you have extremely long nails or toenails, if you're doing a pedicure, then a nail clipper would be best. I don't have long enough. I'll give you an example. I don't have long enough nails to clip with a nail clipper, so you can just get like a shop bought one, which is, you know, a third of, well, no, 3 times smaller, you know, in size. Now that I've prepared the nail for the manicure, I'll be using a fresh cotton bud and nail fresh. Nail fresh can come in a variety of different names. Some use prep and wipe, but I'm going to take a brand new cotton bud and just take 2 maybe paws, and just squeak the nail, and this will just be the final preparation before adding my gel. Okay, so I feel like my nails are looking a lot better already, and then, you know, feel free to squeak those nails a little more. But I'm going to move on to adding the gel, and so for this part you're going to need your nail brush, your UV gel, and of course your UV lamp. Okay, so I'm going to start with the UV gel, and it's transparent. It's almost purple in colour, but I swear it's transparent. And I'm going to take a pea-sized amount with my nail brush and dip it into the gel. And it needs to focus on one end of your brush, so it should look a little something like that. And then that way, even if there's some drippage, you can just let that sit back in the gel pot. And so a good way to start is by focusing on the thumbnail and starting in the center of the nail, and then brush down towards, well, actually it's the head of the nail. So even though you're brushing down, it's brushing up, but I'll simplify it and say you brush down like you would like painting, you know, painting a wall, or, you know, in DIY, or if you're painting, like if you do watercolors or oil painting, just simply just paint the nail. Some people pat, some people paint, so it's just covering the surface of the nail. It's as easy as that, you know. Can you see the difference? So I'm going to do again, the same thing again. On the middle finger, and then the two fingers that I have left. And you honestly don't need a lot, because, you know, you're not adding colour to the nail, you're just adding a clear coat, and this will just, to the untrained eye, no one will know. No one will know that you've done that. And then so, for a magic trick, I'm going to put my UV light on for 60 seconds and make sure that my nail brush is not near the UV gel. If it's near the UV gel, it will dry, and then you'd have to buy another nail brush. Okay, so now that that's done, I can leave it as that, and then I can just, with the buffer, just like buff out that shine in the same, in the same way that we did, in the same way that we buffed out the nail at the start, and then that will just take that shine off. No one would know. Can you see? See the difference? There's no like shine. So you can go like this hand hasn't had anything on, and then this one has, and I prefer this one. So that's my tutorial on how to do a manicure for men